Hey, everybody. If you're listening to this on the old Friday Night Greg stream, this will be the last episode on this stream. We've started a new podcast. It's called Infinity Greg Stone. I didn't forget. I'm just feeling a little sick. So that should be up by Thursday. So go there now, subscribe, and join, and move on over. We're starting a whole new feed, whole new thing for Infinity Greg Stone because I'm inevitable. Get on over there. See you real soon. God bless America and all that bullshit.
Welcome, Professor.
Like you just always have the symptoms.
Are we live?
Yeah.
We're live. Welcome, everybody, to... No, this is it. This is Infinity Greg Stone. This is a brand new podcast, which we essentially, sort of God, just made it on a whim. And just finally get to doing the thing I want to do. Talk about toys, get a little high, have my friends on. Look, you know who I am. You get it. We're not going to spend a lot of time doing that. Before we... Actually, I do have to do one thing. Before we do anything, April 24th, I'm recording my special at the Village Underground. If you're hearing this, go to it. We got to sell this thing out. Also, if you can't make it, feel free to donate to the GoFundMe. I am self-paying for this thing, and by self-paying for it, I mean you're paying for it. So if you give $150, you get a poster that I will make for you. I don't know how to draw, but I'm going to draw you a poster, paint it, maybe put a poem on it. For $1,000, $1,000, you are executive producer. You are executive producer on this. You don't have any power, but you get a hoodie that says executive producer. You can tell your friends. I'll put you on IMDb. The album will be on the back. And for $10,000, if you donate all of the money, I'm looking at you right now, Sam.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it.
$10,000. It is Your Name Presents Greg Stone, the special. So it could be Sam Roberts. It could be Derek Penis.
Yeah. So people can pick whatever name they want.
You could pick whatever, unless it's so vulgar that it can't be like the N-word.
But like, yeah, no. Yeah, that's true. I guess.
I
was thinking of like, like Holden Muckhock.
Yeah,
Could
perfect.
be the, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But would you want that, or would you want your real name?
No, I would do the thing that would be worse for you.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
No, I love it.
I'm the guy who bought that name, and you're okay.
Yeah,
All right, was it worth it? Was it worth the joke? Yeah, I think it was.
it totally was.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, so you have that option. You could go to GoFundMe.com and just type in Greg Stone, or go to my Instagram, and there's links all there. We're almost halfway there. So the $10,000 thing, probably if you just pay for the rest, I'll put your name on it. I don't give a shit. It's probably way less now. I don't care. I like the bit. Anyway, let's talk toys. I have 3 things I want to talk to you about. 1, you started doing G.I. Joe again, right?
Yeah, they sucked me in.
I know.
They sucked me in with the Sergeant Slaughter.
It was the best figure.
Yeah, and it's like the wrestling connection. I justified it.
Yeah.
But then once I saw it, I was like, okay, this is great. The G.I. Joe classified line.
Yeah.
And then it was like, okay, and then I would like see figures that I remembered having as a kid, but they're so much better. And I have the Slaughter.
Yeah.
So I have guys to go with them.
You got guys.
So it's like now I can get more guys.
You can't have Slaughter without... You can't have Iron Sheik without Slaughter.
Right.
If you got Slaughter, you can't not have Serpentor. And now if you have Serpentor, you got to have Cobra Commander.
Right.
And then
it just goes.
Because I'm like a dad,
Yeah.
I can't hide it. If you'd have them, well, wrong.
What is it?
It's a little something for coming in, being the first guest.
Storm Shadow.
Yeah, come on. You can't have a G.I. Joe classified set without Storm Shadow.
Okay, see, like, this is dangerous now. This is, first of all, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Storm Shadow, because I wouldn't have purchased it,
Yeah.
but now that it's in the collection, now I'm...
Wait, did I hurt you?
Well, yeah, you hurt my family. Not me, personally, but you hurt my family. Because now I'll see and I'll go, like, there's, like, a certain classification of figures that I wouldn't have gotten it, but if I have Storm Shadow, I should probably also get...
Snake Eyes. Or whomever. I know.
Right.
It's a
I
problem.
probably need Snake Eyes now.
Right. But I'm sorry.
No, I'm keeping it. So, I mean, you can see how my body language is. Like, it's not.
You're pulling
it's fine.
away.
You gave it to me.
Yeah.
This is for keeps.
When we were on the radio, because just so you know how I got that, I didn't go out and buy it. I saw Snake Eyes came out and then pre-ordered it.
Yeah.
And then I got 4 in the mail because turns out I pre-ordered it in 4 different places, didn't realize,
Sure.
and I can't return things. It just seems like such a hassle.
Yeah.
So I'd rather just I'll just give it away.
So you bought an extra one by mistake?
Yes.
Yeah.
3 extra ones.
I see. So
3
you did go out and pay for it. You paid for it
I paid for it.
on accident.
By accident.
Yeah.
By complete accident. But Snake Eyes is like, I don't mind having a multiple Storm Shadows.
Yeah.
It's a good figure to have multiples of, but I can't have 3 multiple Storm Shadows.
That's why I get that way with wrestling figures, because there's a lot of independent companies now that are creating like wrestling figures based on guys that, you could kind of loosely use their likeness, or, oh, this guy is like an old wrestler who we can technically, like WWE doesn't have him anymore, or whoever doesn't have him anymore. We could sign him. I'm just a guy, right? I can sign this guy to a licensing deal, and now I can make a figure of this guy. Maybe I have to tweak his name a little bit.
Right.
But still, I'll make him in the retro style. But some of these companies are doing like pre-orders immediately.
Yeah.
Because they got no money.
Of course.
Right? So as soon as they sign this guy, they're like, we can give you like $200 if you sign this contract right now. Today we'll give you $200.
Yeah.
And then we'll give you 50% or something.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, I could use the $200. Okay. And they sign it. And they're like, all I had was the $200. So I better put these on pre-order right now.
Yeah.
So when that first started, I was like, oh, I should jump on this pre-order. And then I realized, you're talking a year and a half.
Of course.
2 years. And then it's like, it's just a guy.
It's just a guy.
So I'm looking now and I'm going, these are never coming out. I'm not going to pre-order this. These aren't going to be made.
Do you think they're not going to get made?
The problem is not the first guy. The problem is the guys that were inspired by the guy.
Oh.
Right?
Someone go, hey, if Larry's making figures, Jimmy can make figures.
And it's like, you haven't done any, like, that's your whole business plan.
Wow.
The whole business plan is, well, Larry did it, so.
He lives next door to me.
And
my wife's hotter than his.
Yeah. Yeah. And you can kind of tell, you haven't thought this out at all. Like, you don't know what the steps are or anything. And that's when I go, I would just wait a couple years and see how this turns out, because I'm pretty sure.
Do you pay up front for the pre-order? Probably.
A lot. Yeah. When it's the independent.
Keep your money.
And so I'm like, no, you're not going to.
We should do.
I can't.
Also, Sam Roberts is here.
Hey.
Sam Roberts from Jim and Sam. Did I not do that?
No.
Oh, God.
No.
You're a radio guy. I'm an idiot. You know how to do this stuff. We should make comedians. We should just go up to Joe List and be like, I'll give you $200.
Yep.
We'll make you a figure.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
We'll have people pre-order them. We make the money.
And then
we give him 4%.
And comedians would sign that deal.
They're idiots.
They don't know.
They don't know what we're doing.
You can get 4% of the gross. And they're like, that sounds great. Yeah.
Not including tax.
Right.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah. And then, because the great thing is, if you never produce any figures, 4% of what?
I know. I just lost $200. We got $10,000 from
exactly.
idiot fans.
We're rich. We made money off the idiots. I wonder if you think you could make like comedian
100%
action figures that are just like our comedy fans that hardcore. You'd have to make them limited, obviously.
Yeah, I think you could make.
And imagine Rich Voss after a show. He was like, I'm selling my action figures out front. And you could buy a Rich Voss figure on your way out of the show. I would.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where it's like, am I going to get a Voss t-shirt? I don't know. Like, I don't have a CD player in my car. I'm not going to buy an album. But if I go to a Voss show and he's like, I have like Rich Voss action figures, I'm like,
absolutely. We could really do this. We could really sell them. Also, it comes with broken hip. Free broken hip and shiny teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we could literally, I think this is honestly a God thing that we could, like, if we had a company that could make action figures.
Yeah. And they wouldn't have to even be that good.
No.
Because the comedy fans are not action figure fans. So they wouldn't be discerning. Like, they don't know that they should have much more articulation or detail. We just go.
Cool packaging.
And yeah, this is basically where action figure technology is. And they go, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And we make, we'd be filthy rich.
Yeah. Yeah. What accessories would you come with?
If I were making myself?
Yeah.
Probably headphones, a microphone to hold
Sure.
in case you wanted to be like, oh, this is wrestling Sam.
Whoa.
Radio Sam.
No. Sorry. I got to correct you there.
Mm-hmm.
Are you crazy?
What?
You don't you know anything about business? You wait.
Yeah.
You wait.
No, you're right.
The comedy action, comedy Sam comes out first.
Right.
And they're all waiting for exclusive
We want
Walmart
the-
only.
Yeah,
Wrestling Sam.
Yeah, and then like probably like a iced coffee or something.
That's
You know,
pretty
because
good.
I like to drink that.
Sure, I guess
Yeah.
we all do. I think.
Yeah.
I mean, we all
Yeah, but I'm in series 1, so I've already claimed iced coffee.
wait, Siri. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah, mine would just come with a big ass dick.
That's smart.
You know,
Attachable.
that he just throws at people.
Yeah,
It's not his own.
That's good.
Yeah. Man, that's great. What's going on in? Also, if this is going to, it's so. I am so hopped up on.
Are you robo tripping?
I'm robo tripping right now.
That rules.
This whole episode, this whole show is going to be about me getting high
Yeah.
and talking about toys. But I can't smoke weed. I'm so sick.
Well, but
I'm
you're
just
all
robo tripping through this.
you're high on medicine. You're high on pharmaceuticals.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
I was fine last night. Then I woke up and I was going to cancel because I didn't want to. I felt bad being like, do I make these guys come to this podcast?
Yeah.
Even though I'm kind of feeling sick. But I was like, no, there's no way that they hadn't already left. You know, like I woke up with just enough time to get here. And I was like, if I cancel this, they're already on the road.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I was like, all right, I'll bring my hand sanitizer. I'll wash my lips. I've been washing my lips constantly.
Is that a, like when you're sick? Is that what you're supposed to do? Wash your lips?
Seems right.
I think so. A lot of germs
It's a lot of germs on
would
your
be on
lips.
the lips, and then also, how do you do the kiss at the end of the podcast? You washed your lips, right?
You know, I didn't know you knew me that well.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I thought that's just like a broadcasting thing.
Oh, that's everybody.
Everybody.
I thought that was a
of
me
course.
thing.
No. Everybody gets a kiss. It's like Richard Dawson on Family Feud. He just kissed all the contestants.
You kiss them right on the. Thank you for coming to the show, and goodbye.
Yeah, men, women, doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. What are we doing here?
I've been washing my hands. I don't want to tell you this. I feel weird. I have definitely have something going on with my eye. I don't know if you because you're also a dad.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what happened. I know exactly what happened. I was changing my son, and your face is already scaring me. That I don't know if I want to tell you this story.
Well, I think you got shit in the eye.
Oh, he put his finger in his butt,
Okay.
and then he was like tried to throw himself off of the changing table.
Right.
And when I bent down, he immediately stuck that finger into my eye,
Ah.
like it was a plan.
Right.
And I felt like in Walking Dead, where you're like, when you get bit by a zombie, and you're like, all right, we know what happened.
Yeah,
There's
like
not much time left.
like in Last of Us when you roll up the pant leg
Yeah.
and you can see the fungus starting to grow and you're like,
Yep.
there's not. I guess I'll just commit suicide. There's nothing we can do
There's
here.
nothing happening.
Yeah.
Pink eye will be here in 3 days.
Yeah.
And I woke up this morning and my eye is like, it's like all fucked up and feel weird. I've been taking these drops. I've been Purelling. I talked to a doctor,
Uh-huh.
and he was like, as long as you Purell and don't touch your eye, you're okay. Just so you know, for your own facts.
Oh, okay.
Are you still mad at me? I can't.
I wasn't mad at you before.
All right.
Should I be mad at you?
No, I don't know. I feel like I'm being a piece of shit by doing this podcast.
Yeah. I mean, well, we're just off the pandemic, right? So, like,
Everyone's scared.
plus, like 2 years ago, you would have been like, I mean, it would have been on the news what a terrible person you were,
Right.
right?
Right.
Couldn't.
I
But
think. Yeah.
there's like 6 feet.
Yeah,
I think it's okay.
Sure. And also, I did go to the Medi Center, and he said, I don't know if it ever happened. I go, I got this, my neck hurts. And the guy goes, yeah, you just have a cold. And I was like, fuck you, man. I got AIDS.
Yeah.
I got something big.
You're wasting my time.
That's what he didn't look at me.
Yeah.
Also, man, sorry. Maybe this will make you feel better.
Did you bring me another G.I. Joe?
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
my
Who
gosh.
gives a shit about Dusty?
Dusty.
Yeah. Have a Dusty.
I'll take a Dusty.
Will you take
Thank
Dusty?
Of course I will.
Because I definitely don't need 2 Dusties.
Look at the way the mag is separate. I love that.
I know.
Little things like that.
Talk about it. Look, let's talk about it.
The little details when you you see it and the magazine is separated from the gun, but you see right there that you can put it in.
Right.
I love that stuff, the backpack, everything, because he becomes like here, he's just Dusty, right? You see his face and everything. But once you put the goggles on and the helmet and the backpack, put the mag and the gun, he's a whole different soldier. He's a different animal.
And it's G.I. Joe is so crazy because it's war.
It's war.
It's so fun, but everyone is being murdered in the most fun way possible.
Yeah,
You're like,
it is fun.
You want to go kill some people? Cool. Why don't you be a baseball player murderer?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? G.I. Joe is.
What's your favorite thing? You like baseball? You can use that to murder people. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll put some fucking grenades in your baseballs and you'll whip them at the Taliban.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fucking crazy.
But you'll win
And you'll win.
because you're a good guy.
Because you're good. Yeah.
And that's great.
You're right.
But all the main good guys or bad guys, they won't perish in this war.
Well, I'll tell you this, though.
Pretty much survive.
In the cartoon, I don't know if you've ever watched, not the cartoon, I don't know if you've ever read the comic book or had the cards. Oh, those are pretty sweet. I don't like the ab on Storm Shadow. His ab's just a little off to me. his ab crunch.
Yeah, and the articulation there. I guess that's because the opening of the jacket kind of has to come down there, right?
Yeah.
And so instead of separating it and putting the detail in the crunch, they kind of flapped it over the crunch.
They should have did a swivel. I like when they do like the little swivel.
Oh yeah, the
Maybe a little
articulation.
swivel.
Yeah,
You know, do
Yeah.
a swivel.
I think that's more expensive though.
Is it
I think so. Mattel does that with their Ultimate Edition, but not their Elite Edition.
really?
An Ultimate Edition costs an extra $10. So
The Ultimate Editions are the ones that are like, oh no. I'm talking about. I don't know if I'm allowed to bring this up to you.
you can bring up what-
AEW.
you're allowed to. I'll allow it. You were worried about punishment?
I think, I don't retribution. I saw like an AEW figure. It was like it came like, I think it was Cody Rhodes, big ass box.
Oh, the Supreme line.
Yeah, and he came with extra legs.
Yes.
I was like, extra legs?
Those are so complicated because it's literally 2 to 3 figures in one.
Yeah,
But if you're a serious collector, you're like, well, I want all 3
right.
for the shelf.
So you buy all 3.
So you have to buy 3 of them.
Yeah,
But then you have the pieces
right.
like doubled up and tripled up and stuff. And you just have all these extra Cody Rhodes legs.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
You can put an
totally.
extra head on each one. Yeah, they come with like especially the Cody one. He comes with his entrance jacket,
Yeah,
which means he has 2 sets of arms because what they do now is, the entrance jacket isn't soft goods. It's not like a fabric thing. So it'll be like a plastic, and then the sleeves are molded on. So it comes with different arms.
Oh,
One
great.
for shirtless
Just-
Cody
yeah.
and one for jacketed Cody. And then it's got a T-shirt. So if you have him with shirtless arms, he can still put the T-shirt on. And then it's got at least 2, if not 3 sets of legs, all have different tights.
Wow, that's so fun.
So you've got and then 3 heads.
What's the price point? $78?
I don't think they're as expensive. I think they're 40.
40? Hasbro, let me tell you this. Hasbro. They're getting you at least $60, $80 on this. That's a good price. That's a good price.
I think it's 40. Yeah, it's the AEW Supreme because the Mattel WWE Ultimates are 32.
Oh,
And they don't have extra.
Mattel does WWE.
Yeah.
Oh, so I could talk shit about Hasbro because you got no.
I have no connection to Hasbro.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Hasbro be acting up sometimes.
You think so?
Oh yeah, they be trying to get you on shit.
I saw some of those Hasbro figures where people would take a photo of themselves and they send it through. There you go. So,
Oh,
yeah. So you're looking at about the Malachi Black is $42.99. So yeah, that's probably
that's a great price.
street. Yeah. At Target, it's probably
Yeah.
probably somewhere around there. Yeah.
Dude, I did one of those selfie figures.
I've not seen one good one.
Mine came out Indian as fuck. I swear to God, I have a picture of it. They did one. I got it, and I was like, "Hey, I don't know how to say this, but you made me Indian, and I have no problem with Indian people,
But I'm not one of them.
I'd like to look at this. I mean, I guess that's how woke they are. They're really trying to
They're like,
they
we-
recast me as an Indian guy.
Yeah, we don't even think about stuff like that. You're like, I mean, I respect that. That's really cool of you, but at the same time, I'd love for my figure to look like me.
I know that was the whole idea.
Yeah.
The whole thing was right. I was like, I also paid a guy. I have been trying to get an action figure of myself
Mm-hmm.
for 4 or 5 years, 6 years,
That's been something you're working on?
and every single time I've paid people out the fucking nose. And
Oh, like
every
even customizers.
customizers, they send it, and I go, this looks like shit. This looks like nothing like me. And then I
Yeah.
was like, all right. Then I did another one, and this guy sent me a figure that was like, it was so fat. I was like, come on, man. Like,
Oh,
I'm not that fat. Like,
no.
also get approval before you print the thing up. Send me a pic,
Right.
dude. It looked like the Blob. It looked like Earth. Remember Earthquake?
The wrestler?
Yeah,
The Canadian earthquake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm aware. I think he just bought a Earthquake figure and sent it to me. It's like, there's your custom, you fat piece of shit.
Before Yokozuna was a wrestler, Earthquake was the fattest wrestling figure.
Which is probably my weight.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a real bummer.
Yeah,
Especially when that's your dream.
it was. Well, I wanted to have it for an album cover. So my album cover in 2018 was supposed to be that.
And they were all shoddy.
They were all bad.
Yeah.
They all didn't work out, which is fine. And then when Hasbro came out with this, I was like, finally, they can't fuck me. And they were like, we're not gonna make you fat, but we are gonna make you Raviv Greg Stone.
Yeah, this is gonna be. Yeah, Matt Cardona is a wrestler, but also he's like the biggest wrestling figure collector there is. Like
Yeah.
he hosts the Major Wrestling Figure podcast.
Wait,
And
what's his wrestling name?
He wrestled as Zack Ryder
That's
in WWE.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he did that. He did the Hasbro thing,
Yeah.
and it came back so bad that he sold it on his whatnot, like to a fan. Like, I don't even want this. This is so, like all he wanted to do was be a Ghostbuster. He
Yeah.
loves the Ghostbusters. And it came back, and like he posted a photo of it. It was terrible.
But no offense to him, he could have just bought his own figure and did a head swap.
Well, Mattel made him as a Ghostbuster.
They did as a favor.
Like they did a line of figures for Walmart, I think, that was WWE X Ghostbusters.
Right. Okay.
Where they made like John Cena, Shawn Michaels, Stone Cold,
Yeah.
and Ghostbuster outfits, and then the Undertaker was the purple ghost.
Right.
And then when they launched that line, just as like a one-off, like, hey, we like you, they made a Zack Ryder and a Ghostbuster outfit.
That's awesome.
But he wanted it to be official from Hasbro,
Right.
and it looked terrible.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I gotta find it. Can you look that up? See if you can find it. I doubt. That doesn't matter. I already lost faith in my friend, Max.
You
Can you find it, Max? He'll
You
never
think Max
find
can
it.
handle it? Matt Cardona in a Hasbro figure? I bet he can.
Yeah, I'm sure he could.
Maybe not.
Yeah. So you should try to get one, a custom fig. No,
I've had people make custom figures. They're pretty good.
really? Have you?
Yeah.
Oh man, who did you get? What?
What?
I'm jealous as hell.
Yeah. Yeah, there was actually one I did an NXT pre-show
Yeah.
where someone who had posted it online earlier, they just came up to me and they knew somebody, so they were able to walk up to our table they were at. They were like, "Here, Sam, I brought the figure that I made of you. I saw you liked it on Instagram. Do you want it?"
Oh,
I was like, "Yeah, very much so." So yeah, I've got
that's awesome.
3.
Oh,
Whoa, do they go for that much?
how much?
Is that listed or is that sold? That's the other
I
thing.
think that's just listed.
Right.
You know, we get it. Listed is go fuck yourself.
Yeah, listed doesn't mean anything. I hate it when articles come out and they're like, "This is what this is worth," and it's just a listed auction. No, click the sold button and you tell me what people are paying for it,
Right.
not what people are asking for it.
Also, I know I'm giving you these figures here. Who knows? Tomorrow they could be on eBay.
They could. I could flip
You
them.
could flip them
I
on
could
me.
flip them. I mean, I probably won't, but
Yeah.
I'll look them up.
I'll tell you this. I knew what I was getting into. I said, it's a risk.
Yeah,
He's probably going to flip them on you, but he won't.
I won't. I won't flip them because they're a memory of the
I
show.
know, yeah. But the idea of you flipping them is funny to me.
You like
Flip one. Don't flip both.
which you think Dusty?
Well, pick one you like more. Who the gives a shit about Dusty?
You know what I would probably do?
What?
See which one was going for more
That's
money.
maybe
Just flip
that's
that
what
one.
you gotta do.
Yeah,
That's what you gotta
flip
do.
that one.
It's not like we have real jobs.
Yeah. You just
That
got
extra $6 a month.
right.
Really, really need it. Actually, I do want to ask you this: what's going on in wrestling? I want to get back into wrestling. I love wrestling, but haven't watched it in about.
Well, now's the time. You got it. Literally right now. It's WrestleMania.
Oh, really? How did I not realize WrestleMania is around the corner?
It's right around the corner. WrestleMania is April 1st and 2nd in Los Angeles.
Whoa!
Yeah, SoFi Stadium, 2 nights.
Oh,
Roman
man.
Reigns versus Cody Rhodes. Will Cody Rhodes finish the story?
Wait, Cody Rhodes is in WWE?
Come on,
I
dude.
thought he owned AEW.
Well, he was helped found the company. He was one of the found. He was like a.
Well, this is huge.
No, it was. I mean, a year ago that was like massive news. He returned last year at WrestleMania.
Well, I want you to tell me what's going on. What do I? Who's is he a heel? Is he a bad guy?
No. He's the ultimate babyface, and it's actually the first time in a long time that WWE has had a real, true baby face. This is our number one good guy, and fans are like, we like him too.
Wow.
You know what I mean? For a long time, it was Roman Reigns, it was John Cena, it was all these guys that like the WWE was like, here's the new good guy, and all guys that are our age, like
Yep.
kids would be into it,
Right.
but all the guys and the women would be, but all the guys that are our age would boo them
Yeah.
because we were jealous. We were jealous of their physiques. We were jealous that our kids liked them more
Yeah.
than they liked us. We were jealous of everything.
But they had no edge.
And they had no edge. And
They had
there's
no
something about
edge.
Cody going like, screw you, I'm leaving WWE.
Yes.
And they're like, yeah, right. What are you going to go do? And he's like, I'm going to go ahead and revolutionize the industry. They're like, yeah, right. You and who else? And he's like, well, I had this whole group of people, and we'll start the first truly competitive organization in decades. And they're like, yeah, right. And then he did it.
Wow.
Everything he said he was going to do, he did. And then the most gangster move of it all was he was like, okay, now that this thing is on its feet, I think I'm out.
Wow.
I think I'm leaving. I think I'm done. And he just goes, Cody Rhodes leaving AEW. And it's like, oh my, like what?
Right.
That's
Why?
crazy. Nobody really knows. It was just like they've come to terms. It's just a thing, you know. I mean, probably a lot of cooks in the kitchen.
Right.
You know, you've got Tony Khan, he's the guy. He owns it.
Okay.
But then Cody and Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks were all EVPs.
What's that mean? Oh,
Executive vice presidents when
Right.
they came in because it was built around them.
Uh-huh.
But I don't know. I mean, things happen, and after a couple years of the company doing well, like really well, Cody was like, yeah, I'm out.
Wow.
And all we know is that he's out.
When he came back, though, was it a surprise? Because that's one thing I hate about wrestling.
You don't like surprises?
No, I hate that. Like, we haven't had a good surprise in
Well,
years.
It depends on what you mean by a good surprise, right? Because last year at WrestleMania, they go, Seth Rollins, the whole storyline was, Seth Rollins doesn't have a path to get to WrestleMania.
No path.
Which is, I love that
Yeah,
as
I
a
know.
story. It's like you don't win the Royal Rumble.
Right.
Somebody else is getting the title match.
Yeah.
This is the match you thought you were going to get. You don't have that now. And you're like, you're one of the top stars and you don't have a
No
path.
path. No path.
How do I get to the show of shows? I don't have a path to get to WrestleMania. And then Vince McMahon, he goes, Seth, I've got the perfect match in mind for you. Be there at WrestleMania.
Mystery opponent. Mystery opponent.
Mystery opponent.
I love this.
And everybody's going, we think it's Cody, right? Like that was like suspect number one.
Sure, I don't mind suspect.
Right. But not announced.
Okay.
Seth Rollins have a match. We don't know. He gets the first entrance. We don't know.
Right.
Right? And then it's like, but everybody thinks it's Cody, but also everybody wants it to be Cody.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like sometimes, even though the surprise is not the like, what? I never thought of that. It's like, if it hadn't been, there's no way it would have been better than Cody.
No.
Right?
Right.
So then Seth is in the ring and he's like, all right, where is this guy?
Yeah.
Who's my opponent going to be?
Yeah.
And the lights go out and it goes boom, 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 boom. And you just hear Cody's voice as part of his music, but you're not 100% sure it's Cody's voice at first because it's just a voice. And it just says, wrestling has more than one royal family or whatever. And everybody's like, oh, my God. And then the American Nightmare logo shows up on the screen, which is huge.
Yeah.
Because the American Nightmare logo is the logo he created while he was in AEW. That's
Whoa,
not the WWE, right? And then his AEW music starts playing.
So he owns it.
Right.
Wow.
So Cody comes back with all the presentation that he had built since leaving. He didn't come back as WWE's Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, he'd come back as Jimmy Smith's or whatever.
Right,
fuck, you know?
right.
Like,
he came back as Cody Rhodes,
Yeah.
that guy that you just saw on Dynamite. Now he's at WrestleMania.
2 days later.
Yeah.
Oh,
And he has an incredible match with Seth.
Yeah.
Beats him. Goes to WrestleMania Backlash, the pay-per-view after WrestleMania. Beats Seth again. Seth goes, I want one more match, this time in the Hell in a Cell, right? We go to Hell in a Cell, right?
Cody's been back this long. I had no idea.
A year. It's Seth.
Oh, man.
It's Seth versus Cody.
2
days before Hell in a Cell, or 1 day or something like that.
Yeah.
Cody tears his pec. For real.
Oh, no.
Right? And it's like,
Oh, no.
like we're just ramping up to this thing. And
He
I
tears
mean,
his what? His pec?
his pectoral.
Oh, his
muscle.
pectorals. Thank you.
Yeah, his pectoral.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so then he gets in the ring, right? And everybody's like, I heard he tore his pec. Is he wrestling?
Yeah.
And he takes off his entrance jacket, and his whole pec is black and blue.
Wow.
Like the whole bicep into the pec, like this whole area of his chest is completely black and blue. And it's the most incredible thing you've ever seen.
Oh, my God.
It's not makeup. It's not show.
Oh,
it's like,
bleeding.
it's legit
Wow.
a torn pec. And he goes and he has a hellacious one-armed Hell in a Cell match.
A barn burner.
With Seth Rollins. Absolute barn burner. Beats him.
Wow.
Then has to go away for 6 months
Oh.
because his pec was torn while he was
Sure.
having that Hell in a Cell match.
But he did it.
And then he comes back at the Royal Rumble at number 30, wins the Royal Rumble, and he says, I came back to the WWE for one reason.
To kill Vince McMahon.
There's what? No, that wasn't his.
Whoa, buddy, what?
He's like, come on.
Yeah.
I mean,
I want to try to fuck the ring lady. He's like, what? No, man.
he said, my father, Dusty Rhodes, there's one thing that he never did.
No.
He never won the WWE
No.
championship.
No.
I'm back
No.
to win the WWE championship for him. And that means doing the one thing that nobody's done, beating Roman Reigns.
No.
So at WrestleMania, I go and I finish the story. And then Roman Reigns comes out and he goes, Cody, He goes, I loved your father. He goes, your father is one of the people that trained me. When we were down at FCW, I would talk to your father about the business. And your father was the first person who told me I had it. And he started doing a Dusty impression. He was like, your dad told me I was the one. Your dad told me I was it. And you know what your dad said about you? Cody went, what? And Roman went, absolutely nothing. And it was like,
that is awesome.
And now you've got the story of all
Right.
stories that can only be settled in the main event
I wanna
of
watch
the
WrestleMania.
grandest stage of them all, night 2 of WrestleMania.
What else? I'm so sorry to make you do this.
I mean,
This
you want me to tell you wrestling
Yes.
stories?
Yes.
There's nothing to apologize for.
What else is going on? First of all, I want to say this. One fuck up. The one thing they fucked up on.
Okay, I'm glad you,
I'll correct
who
them.
didn't even know that Cody was back, doesn't watch. You're like, here's what should have been different.
Yeah.
Okay.
When Cody comes back,
Right.
they should have did,
Right.
the mystery opponent.
Right.
You play bung, Undertaker's bell.
Okay.
And people go, Undertaker? No.
Right.
Stone Cold?
Right.
And then you just keep getting worse and worse wrestling. Doink! Duke the Dumpster Drosy. And then Cody, no.
Yeah. Yeah. And then
Cody runs.
by the time Cody comes out, you're like, so I guess that means he's worse than all these?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure that was the.
Yeah.
Look at him. Look at him.
Dude, that is brutal.
For real. For real.
Dr. EX. That is brutal.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm not.
And now, so getting back to topic, guess what? There are rumors
Yeah.
they're going to make a torn pec Cody action figure.
I could do that with a red marker.
You don't have a Cody figure.
I don't, but I'm going to get one right now. I'm going to get that $40 one. Dude, I'm not. And like that,
Right.
I am back into wrestling.
Right.
Like with that story, I am back into wrestling.
Right.
Anybody else on WrestleMania I got to be looking out for?
Oh, I mean,
Who's the guys that you're like, this guy's great? Because there's always the like
the up-
Roddy Piper or the guy who's like, he's not really huge, but this is the guy everyone loves right now.
Well, I mean, to me, Seth Rollins might be the best
Oh, Seth is pretty great. I knew
on the
Seth was-
planet. And he
Right?
has a path to WrestleMania this
Oh, how'd he get it? What's his path?
Well, he went to the Royal Rumble, right?
Mm.
And he's there, and he wants to win the Royal Rumble.
Right.
Because when you win the Royal Rumble, you are guaranteed a championship match at WrestleMania.
Which I love.
And Seth Rollins is really the only superstar that Roman Reigns hasn't beaten. Roman Reigns has
Seth.
never beaten Seth.
Wow.
There's been disqualifications. There's been countouts. Seth has gotten a couple W's. But Roman Reigns has never been able to pin Seth or make him submit.
Oh boy.
And he's done that. So it's like, okay, maybe this is where we're going. But
A three-way dance?
no, because Seth's in the Royal Rumble.
Uh-huh. Seth
And
is
as
in
a
the Rumble.
surprise entrant, here comes,
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
no,
Batman.
Batman would be good. But Logan Paul.
Logan Paul.
Social media superstar Logan Paul.
Wait,
Yes.
the boxer?
Jake Paul is, well, Logan Paul has boxed. He fought Floyd Mayweather.
Oh, okay.
His
So
brother is
I
Jake
forgot
Paul.
that there's two of them.
Yeah, there's two Pauls.
Logan Paul.
Logan
This
Paul.
is where he belongs. No offense. This is where he belongs.
Right.
Yes.
He's a heel.
Yes.
And he eliminated Seth Rollins from
No.
the Royal Rumble.
Logan Paul did?
Seth was pretty pissed about it.
Yeah.
And he said, Logan, we don't want you here.
Right.
This is not your show. You're just here for the clout. You're
Wow.
here for the fame. You don't love this like we do.
Yeah.
And all the fans like, yeah. And guess what?
What?
WrestleMania, Seth Rollins versus Logan Paul.
You found a path.
He found a
You
path.
found a path to a YouTube sensation.
And Logan Paul's knocked him out twice on Monday Night Raw.
I was going to say this, though. How are the fans reacting to Logan Paul?
Well, see, here's the thing. When Logan Paul first showed up, they tried to position him as a babyface,
No.
which
can't
was
do it.
insane
Are you
thinking.
crazy? Yeah.
Because he's really good.
Right. He's a good wrestler?
He is a good wrestler.
Oh, really? That's
very
exciting.
athletic. Yeah, he's a
Okay.
very good wrestler. But he's not likable. He's not a likable person.
Yeah.
So he would come out for these babyface segments and fans would be booing him.
Wow.
And it's like, but like from my perspective, I'd be like, well, what do you think was, of course.
Right.
If I were there, I'd be booing him. I don't care what he's saying.
Right.
Hey, don't we all like, ice cream? Boo, you suck. Ice cream sucks. You suck.
Ice cream
Like,
sucks. You suck.
I don't care.
Rocky
you
roll
like
up your
G.I.
ass.
Joes? No, no, you suck. I don't like G.I. Joes. Nope. Yeah,
Yeah.
no. And so then they did the old heel turn on him
Gotcha.
and turn him into a heel.
How'd they do
and
it?
he's been, well, it was kind of like, it's not like he had a big turn on anybody, I don't think. It was more like he developed this ego.
Uh-huh.
It was very natural,
Good.
right?
Yeah.
And he got a title match with Roman Reigns,
Whoa.
which already rubs people the wrong way. He's
Right.
got like 2 matches. He's already got a title match with Roman Reigns, and he's got this ego. He thinks he's going to win. Blah, blah. And so it's like this sort of nice, gradual transition into this natural place where you're a heel, and we don't even remember that you were a babyface.
Yeah.
This isn't Sean in the barbershop where it's like, okay, you were a good guy,
Right.
and now you're a bad guy. Sometimes you just let nature take its course,
Yeah.
do things subtly and gradually, and all of a sudden we have a villain here.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, I forgot that he was ever not a villain.
The reality, though, is he was always the villain.
Exactly.
He always was.
Exactly. We just showed you what you already saw.
Right.
Right? We leaned into that part of it.
Yeah. Just don't fight the current.
Yeah.
Ride with the current.
And I mean, I can't even tell you about the Sami Zayn stuff.
Why not?
It's
Do we have time? Max, how are we doing on time? Because I love Sami Zayn. You have
It's-
time? What time is it?
I mean, if
We're
we're, talking,
like only like 37 minutes in.
Oh, great.
if we're talking about wrestling, I got all the time in the world.
Let me tell you this. I don't know how. I don't care. This is so entertaining for me. I really want to get back into wrestling, and I got to be honest. You're great at telling people about wrestling.
Well, Sami Zayn's story is like the hottest thing in wrestling.
This is what I was asking about.
Okay,
Also, before we get into Sami Zayn,
go ahead.
I do want to say, is Roman over?
Super.
Really? Oh, that's so good.
He's the biggest star in the world.
Really?
Because he's the head of the table, and he's the
Okay.
tribal chief,
Oh, the tribal chief.
and he represents the bloodline.
You got to represent the bloodline.
You got to.
If you are, you're over.
Because here's what happened.
Okay. Can I just say one thing before you
Okay.
start?
Go ahead.
Because I just want to let you go.
Go ahead.
I hated Roman Reigns.
A lot of people did.
Then he got cancer. And I went, well, now I love this man more than anything.
Yes. Okay.
And I'm so sorry to say that.
But no,
but
that's-
I was like, yeah, love you more than anything. Sorry. You're good.
Yeah.
Whatever you do, I'm on board.
Yeah, that's not an uncommon thing. So what happened was people resented him. They didn't like him. They booed him.
Yeah.
He'd do these cheesy things. He said "suffer and succotash" in a promo once.
He just felt like he wasn't doing what was really in his heart,
Right.
if I'm being honest. He
And I
just needed
think
to
that
find his way.
I think that that's true.
Yeah.
And I don't think that was his call.
Of course.
Right?
I agree.
Right?
Yeah.
We're just.
I agree. The man who doesn't watch wrestling.
But so yeah, and so I think when he went away when he got sick, I think that people at least acknowledged how much they appreciated his contributions. Like, oh, he is a massive
And he's a
star.
human.
He's a human being
Yes.
who's really dealing with this thing. I have sympathy and empathy for him now, so it's a different thing. But what really happened was when the pandemic started, he split. He was like, I'm not doing these pandemic shows. Like, I have a compromised immune system.
Of course.
Like, let's chill out for
Yeah.
a while.
And you should be.
And when he came back, it was a different Roman.
Really?
The reason that people, I think, resented him so much was because he beat everybody, but he still act like this like scrappy guy. And it's like, no, dude, you're like,
You're 70
You're-
feet tall.
yeah, you're Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Like Michael Jordan trying to be like, hey, just really trying to bust my tail out here. It's like, no, you're the greatest. Like,
Yeah.
it's a different energy. Like, don't. And so when he came back, he fully embraced the fact that he was like, no. All of you are here because of the money that I make you. All of you are here because of the draw that I am.
I love it.
I'm the head of the table. This is what I've
King Chief.
given you, and and this is his thing now.
The bloodline.
You need to acknowledge me.
Yeah.
And he tells people to acknowledge him. And then he brought his family in, right? He brought the Usos. Remember the Usos?
I
The
love the
tag team?
Usos.
Those
They
are his-
were underrated.
Those are his
So good.
cousins.
Wow.
right?
Real cousins?
Real cousins. Those
Okay.
are his cousins. His real cousins and their brother Solo Sikoa. Also, obviously, his cousin because he's their brother. So they all join him. Now they're the bloodline. He
Yeah.
aligns himself with Paul Heyman.
Got to.
Got to.
Yeah.
And Paul Heyman is the wise man, but it's a different Paul Heyman. We're used to Paul Heyman with Brock Lesnar, right? Where Paul is pulling the strings.
Right.
Brock is almost this beast that Paul just unleashes.
Yeah.
But in the bloodline, Roman pulls the strings.
Whoa.
And Paul is just there to take care of whatever Roman demands that he takes care of.
What do you mean? Like, he's got to shoot people or hurt people?
Well, no, he doesn't have to hurt people. But where you need somebody to negotiate or whether you need
Oh, all right.
go get this done, wise man. Yes, my tribal chief.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's a
That's
great
so
dynamic.
fun.
It's a great dynamic.
It's not something
And-
I've ever seen Paul do.
No, it's different.
Yeah.
And he's also very emotionally abusive and manipulative to his family,
I love it.
right? And
yeah.
he goes
Looks like me. He's like, I relate to this guy.
yes. And
Yeah.
he goes like, oh, I'm really happy you're here, man. Are you enjoying yourself? Enjoying yourself.
Yeah.
Huh? And you're like, I'm in trouble. I don't know what he's getting at. It's these little things, right? So
We always needed a gaslighter character.
he
The
gas
gaslighter.
dude, he gaslights
Yeah.
So much. It's amazing, right? And you don't see this in wrestling. It's
No.
the subtleties
Yeah.
that we see in real life, but we're finally seeing it in wrestling, right? And so Sami Zayn, a villain character, right? And
Sami Zayn.
Sami
He's
Zayn,
coming
right?
into this?
Yep.
Very exciting.
Yep. So Sami Zayn, right? He goes, and this is all the top of my head, by the way. But he goes, he's just coming off this part of his career where he was calling himself a conspiracy victim, a victim of conspiracies, that everybody was against him, that he was put in all these positions that he shouldn't have been put in. He had a WrestleMania match with Johnny Knoxville that was full of jackass stunts.
Oh, really?
It was great. It was great.
it?
It was
Okay.
really great. But that's because Sami Zayn's great.
Yeah.
And so
He fought Johnny
he
Knoxville.
fought Johnny Knoxville at WrestleMania.
Ah.
Sami Zayn versus Johnny Knoxville. Wee Man came out. Chris Pontius came out,
This is
took off his
amazing.
tracksuit. It was like, for kids that grew up around the same era that we did,
Yeah.
to see that happen at WrestleMania.
I know.
The big hand was there smacking him at ringside. It was great.
Nothing makes me happier.
So,
One day they'll bring back RoboCop, and then I'll be happy.
they will.
They
What's
got
Peter
to.
Weller doing?
Yeah, what's he doing, man?
So, Sami Zayn goes to the Bloodline, and he goes like, I could be a great ally to you. I could be of service to you. Like,
Whoa.
everybody's out to get you. Let me be on your side. Let me. And he starts campaigning, right? And he's just kind of the odd man out for a while,
Right.
okay? And
He's not family. He's not La Famiglia.
that's it. You know.
Yeah, come on.
You
guys.
understand.
I get it.
Hey,
Yeah,
hey.
he's an outsider. He can't be a made man.
And that's what that's what the Samoan dynasty is thinking. Like,
Yeah.
I don't,
Yeah.
he's not an oos.
He's not Oos.
He's not oos,
I get it.
right? And so over the course of months, they build this story where at first they're like, oh, I'm not sure about this. I'm not sure about this. And then eventually it gets to the point where Roman sees Sammy's value.
Right.
And Roman's like, I think I kind of like having him around, right? And Paul Heyman just does whatever Roman says.
Uh-huh.
Jimmy Uso
Yeah.
of the Usos is kind of just down. He's down for the ride. Like, cool, man, that sounds great. Solo Sikoa is just the enforcer. He's just security. But Jey Uso, he's like, no, I don't trust Sammy.
Oh,
I don't trust him at all.
boy.
No, he's not one of us.
Yeah.
He's not one of us. But Roman is saying, Jay, do you want to be the leader? Is that what this is?
Oh, you coming for the top?
You want to be the leader, Jay? And Jay,
Oh, no.
right? We get all the way
cracks
right.
in the cement.
in the bloodline.
In the bloodline.
In the bloodline, right?
Yeah.
So we get all the way to War Games in November at Survivor Series, right? Double cage, double ring, 5-on-5. It's the bloodline versus the team of heroes. And one of the heroes is Kevin Owens.
Oh,
okay?
right.
Kevin Owens is Sami Zayn's best friend.
Right. I know this.
Right. They've
Right.
been, their careers are intertwined together for years and years and years.
Yeah.
Right? So Jay is saying, like, I don't trust Sammy. He's going to be on Kevin Owens' side.
Uh-huh.
I don't trust him. And Roman's like, let's find out. Let's find out, Jay.
Oh.
Let's find out.
Brother against brother.
Right? Okay, so we get to War Games, you know, and everybody's in there. Everybody's laid out. At one point, Kevin Owens has the cover on Roman, okay? And the referee starts counting 1, 2, and out of nowhere, Sami Zayn dives in and just hooks the referee's arm
Okay.
so he can't get the third.
Yeah, love it. Like, because that's how math works.
And Kevin Owens, that's it. You know math.
Math.
and-
If it doesn't touch, then seconds haven't changed.
They have it.
Yes.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
And so Kevin Owens looks up and he's like, are you serious? Now, it's still, to me, I love this move because Sammy didn't put his hands on Kevin Owens.
didn't.
He stopped
They're
the
saving
count.
it. This is good storytelling.
Right.
Yes.
So I go,
Savor
I
the
still-
flavor.
Yeah, I'm savoring it.
Yes.
It's like a wine, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
But we all know, and I'll say this: we all know, and I don't want to spoil anything because
Mm-hmm.
I feel we all know you always want Kevin and Sammy fighting.
Okay.
Every one of their matches has always been great. So, however we can make this happen, I don't know if that's what's happening,
Right.
but
So
moving along.
Kevin Owens can't believe it.
Uh huh.
He's like looking at Sammy like, are you serious, bro?
Yeah.
This is what you're doing to me?
Right.
And then
My
they
brother.
then they get their hands on Kevin Owens, the rest of the bloodline. They start beating him up. They put him in the corner, and they look at Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
And
They give him
Sami
a
Zayn,
switchblade.
They
They stab him.
he's got to figure it out, right?
Yeah.
Worse than a switchblade,
Oh God.
the haluva kick.
The haluva kick.
Even
You
worse
can't
than
do that.
Yeah. Sammy hits him with the haluva kick.
Oh
and it's
no.
like, oh my God. And now contact has been made. Foot to the face of Kevin Owens. He's laid out, right?
His own brother.
And then does Sammy go for the cover? No. He looks at Jay, who didn't trust him, Jey Uso,
You take this, brother.
and hands him to him. Jey Uso
Just-
goes for the splash. He looks at Sammy, covers Kevin Owens. 1, 2, 3.
This is
Bloodline win, and Jay embraces Sammy. And you go, oh my God, this is November now. Okay, this is November. Oh my God, right? Oh my God! And the Bloodline is now together, and Sami Zayn is officially the honorary Uso.
Uh-huh.
And they go, is he going to be an official Uso? You
Mhm.
don't know. And then and a couple of months go by, and we start heading towards the Royal Rumble just in January,
Yeah.
right? And it's Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens
Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens.
for the WWE Undisputed Universal Championship. Okay, and
What's the highest belt?
the WWE Universal Undisputed Championship.
Okay, just make it.
That's the. I mean,
Okay.
it's 2 belts. Roman won them
Oh.
both.
Oh, okay.
He's got the whole company hostage.
Oh
'cause
my
nobody
God.
could beat him. Ever.
Someone needs to take this guy out.
Maybe Cody.
We need a hero.
Maybe Cody.
Maybe Cody.
But that-
Could he be?
Well,
November. We're here in November. Back in
so
November.
yeah. No, now we're in January, right?
Okay.
And Roman is starting to get fishy of Sammy, right? Because there's been a couple of instances where Sammy hasn't been there to get Roman's back.
Right.
So
So he was
Rom-
eating or something.
Right. That's
Maybe
what
he was-
Sammy said. I was on phone. I was eating.
was on
Whatever. Yeah.
He was eating.
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah.
You know I was eating. And
Yeah.
he goes, I don't know you were eating.
They just cut to him in traffic like, come on, move,
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
He's honking the horn.
And Roman's like, I don't know that that's true.
The GWB.
Right.
You always take the lower level, Sammy.
So then they go, okay, we're going to go to the 30th anniversary of Monday Night Raw.
Whoa.
In January. That's the Monday, or maybe the Monday or 2 Mondays before the Royal Rumble. And you're going to be held into a Samoan tribunal. You're going to be in court.
Whoa. Samoan court. Not real court.
Samoan.
Samoan court.
Samoan.
I love that wrestling does this.
Yeah. And it's the trial of Sami Zayn.
Of course.
Are you Uso or not?
Right.
And Roman is saying, you know what? You're guilty.
What?
You're not one.
This
of
doesn't
us,
seem like
right?
a fair trial.
Right? And Solo
Kangaroo
is-
court. I'm calling it.
Solo gets his Samoan spike ready. That's his thumb. He spikes. And he gets ready to Samoan spike it, and Sammy's just going to take it.
Yeah.
Jay stops Solo. Jay, the one who doubted Sammy the whole time,
Wow.
stops Solo. And he goes, Roman, you're not seeing this clear. And Roman goes, really, Jay?
Yeah.
And he goes, Roman, you're not seeing this clearly. Like, Sammy's been there for us. I know I doubted him.
Yeah.
But he's Uso.
He's Zeus.
He's Uso. And Roman goes, all right, Sammy, you have one more test. You have one more test before you can be an official Uso. And you'll find out this Sunday at the Royal Rumble.
I know.
Oh,
I feel
boy.
like I know what this is.
What do you
I'm
think?
not going to say.
Okay.
Should I say?
Yeah.
Is he going to make him fight Jay?
No.
Thank God. I couldn't see that. My heart.
No.
My heart wouldn't be able to take it.
So we get to the Royal Rumble. It's Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens.
Roman Reigns, Kevin Owens.
Right.
Okay.
And Roman, at one point, the referee's down. He tries to get a chair from Sami Zayn. Sammy hesitates.
What? What do you mean? Hesitates how?
He doesn't want to give him the chair. He's
The
hesitant
chair to who?
to Roman
Oh, okay.
because he doesn't want Roman to
his
hit
brother.
Kevin,
I get it.
right? And so Roman notices that, right? But he still beats Kevin Owens.
Right.
He's able to beat Kevin Owens. At the end of the match, Kevin Owens is tied up in the ropes.
Yeah.
Roman's beating him down. The Usos are beating him down. Then he gets a steel chair. And he's going to just slam Kevin Owens
Right.
with it. He's already won the match.
Uh huh.
Sammy steps in front of him. You don't have to do this, Roman. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Uh-huh.
Like, you've made your point. Like,
Is this a money train situation?
you don't have to hurt him. I kind of.
Do you know what I'm about to say? Oh, I don't know if you remember the line. Where he goes, you don't hit him, because I'm going to hit him. No, sorry.
Well, reverse.
Oh, okay.
Because Roman goes, oh, I don't need to hit him?
Uh-huh.
Maybe you're right. You need to
Of
hit him.
course.
And he gives Sammy the chair.
Uh-huh.
And Sami Zayn's like, oh, what did I do? Like, should I have even got myself involved in this? I interrupted it. And then Roman starts going like, what are you going to do, Sammy?
Yeah.
What are you going to do, Sammy? Face mushes him.
Oh, no.
Face mushes him again.
Oh, no.
You know, this one of these. It's very disrespectful.
Very.
And Sammy's been pushed. He's been part of this cycle of emotional abuse.
He really should just hang out with other people. These aren't your friends. No offense.
Well,
Yeah.
Roman turns around and he starts pointing at Kevin Owens. This is what I'm going to do to you. And when Roman is turned around, Sammy levels Roman Reigns
Yes!
with the chair. And the crowd, the
Luke
roof,
Skywalker.
the roof
Darth
blows off
Vader
the
moment.
arena. He lays out Roman Reigns.
Yes.
It's the same way that Seth Rollins once turned on Roman Reigns years ago when they were part of the Shield. Sammy lays out Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns has this look on his face that's a mixture of pain, but also shock and betrayal,
Right.
right?
Good.
And then you've got Jimmy Uso that's ready to defend him, Solo that's ready to defend him, and Jey Uso has this look on his face where you're like, is he mad at Roman for making him do it? Is he mad? Like, he can't believe that Sammy just did this.
Wow.
Did he make him look stupid? Whatever. So while Sammy is looking at Jey going, Jey, I'm sorry, Jimmy just, boom, kicks Sammy right in the face. Jimmy and Solo start beating up Sami Zayn. Jay just leaves.
Oh,
Jay just leaves.
I love this.
Right? And so they beat down Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn ends up getting a match with Roman Reigns at the Elimination Chamber in February.
Yeah.
In Montreal, Sami Zayn's hometown.
Sure. Loses.
Roman does
Had to, though.
Roman beats Sami. But since the Royal Rumble, Jay has not been at the side of the Bloodline.
Whoa.
So whose side is he on?
Who are they going to fight? Who's Joe?
Right. So then we get to Raw just a couple weeks ago.
Uh-huh.
Sammy's out there, right? And Kevin won't talk to Sami.
They're still upset with him?
Well, because Kevin's like, yeah, you saved me, but for months.
Right, you were fucking with me.
You're fucking with me. Like,
Yeah.
what are you doing? Like, we're not friends, dude. We're not
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
We're not cool. And Sammy's like, we have to work together. We have to work together. We have to work together. Kevin's like, I'm not working with you. Sammy goes, Kevin, we don't have to be friends. We just have to work together.
Right.
We don't have to be friends. We just have to work together. Right. And it culminates and it culminates. And we get to this point where Sammy and Jimmy are looking at each other. Right. And Jey Uso comes out and he stands next to Sammy. And Jimmy's like, you got to be kidding me. And they hug each other. And everybody's going, yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And then Jay,
I don't trust
boom, kicks Sammy right in his
Ah.
face. And everybody's like, no, no, no. And the Usos beat up Sami Zayn, right?
Of course.
And then
Bloodline.
they get to SmackDown just a week later, and Sammy and Kevin are talking, and Sammy's like, I told you, Kevin. I told you. We don't. And Kevin's like, I know what you told me. We don't need to be friends. We just need to work together. But Sammy, why would I want to work with somebody that doesn't even want to be my friend?
Oh.
And Sammy goes, oh, I've been playing this all wrong the whole time. And
Yeah.
at the end of that episode of SmackDown, the Usos are both beating down Sami Zayn, beating down Sami
Sammy's got no
Zayn, beating
friends.
down Sami Zayn. Kevin Owens' music hits.
Yeah.
He runs in. He looks at Sammy, grabs him by the back of the head, hugs him.
Oh, thank God.
Brings him in for an embrace. The crowd goes crazy, and the match is made official for WrestleMania. Jimmy and Jay, the Usos, versus Kevin Owens,
Wow.
Sami Zayn.
Great tag match. This is exciting.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was beautiful storytelling.
Yeah, thank you.
Who's got the tag belts? Anybody?
The Usos.
Oh, they do. Okay, good. Wow.
Yeah.
Man, I'm excited for WrestleMania. I'm going to
gonna-
watch it.
It's going to be great.
It's 2 days?
2 days.
What time does it start? Like, is it like 6 hours a day?
It'll probably be 4 hours a day.
Oh.
Probably 4 and change.
How am I going to
each
do this
day.
with a kid? Oh,
How old's your kid?
16 months, 17 months.
You got a lady, right?
Yeah, but she doesn't love me. She doesn't
She
like
love
me
the
having
kid?
fun. She loves the kid. She
Maybe
loves
you
the
have her
kid.
take care of the kid.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be great to get some bonding time?
Yeah. We bring him.
Yeah, you got to get Peacock, and then you can
Yeah.
watch WrestleMania.
Oh, I have Peacock.
You
I have
got-
every password.
Free.
when you're-
every account or every
I
password?
have every password.
Okay, gotcha.
That's it. If you're like at home and you're ever like, am I a good person?
Yeah.
Look at the streaming passwords you have.
How
If
many?
you pay for all of your own streaming services, you're probably not a good friend.
Right.
If you pay for none, you've done some good things in the world.
How many passwords you got? All of them?
I only pay for Disney Plus
Mhm.
because that was my contribution to the world. I paid for Disney Plus, and I said, everybody, I'm getting Disney Plus. You've all been kind to me. Who wants it? I mean, I'm the Marvel guy. I'm
Yeah.
the Disney guy.
Yeah.
This is for you. And I sent that out into the world.
That's good.
God knows.
That's nice.
Let me ask you this. Should I be pissed about this? I gave it to one guy.
Mm-hmm.
He asked me for it. He gave me, this wasn't he gave me a porn password. He
Right.
said, I'll give you for Disney Plus. And I went, yeah, I'll take it, whatever. And I'll be honest, I don't even usually use it because it's on the computer. I'm not watching porn on my computer. It's a whole thing. I watch on my phone. Anyway,
This is free porn, right?
plus porn is free.
Porn's free.
But he asked me for the Disney Plus. I'll give it to him. I give it to him. He creates his own profile on my account
Okay.
and then locks it. I can't get into that profile.
You should be able to see your buddy's profile. That's a little shady.
Right?
That's a little shady for him to lock his profile.
He locked it.
Like you shouldn't have an assumption to privacy if you're not paying for the account.
Right. I don't want to go in there, but I don't like the idea that I can't go in there.
When you see that it's locked, you're like, locked from who? I'm the CEO.
I'm the CEO.
Yeah.
Right. Also, like, were you worried about how far into Moana you got?
Here's what you say to him. You enjoying Disney Plus?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah. And you're like, I don't know if anybody told you, but as far as this Disney Plus account goes, you're looking at the head of the table.
Yeah.
You're looking at the tribal chief. And they say we the ones. So maybe you and your kid, because it's got to be a we. You go,
Yeah.
we the ones.
We the ones.
Right. So unlock your
Unlock
account.
it. Unlock the door.
Unlock it.
You should trust that I'm not going to go in there.
Yeah. If you want a door, it's my door.
It's my door.
The door's mine.
You don't lock my door in my house.
Right. I'm the one with the key.
You goddamn right.
I'll lock your door.
I'll shut this whole fucking thing down.
That's it.
That's not me being crazy, right?
No, maybe you stop paying.
Maybe I stopped paying.
Maybe you just start a new account under a new email address and go, okay, enjoy, locked door. Yeah, I'd be annoyed. I'd be like, oh, now you need privacy? You can't get your own password, but you need privacy?
Well, I'll tell you this too.
Yeah.
So it was years ago he traded me the porn password.
All right.
And I was like, all right. And then the porn thing, it just didn't work anymore. I'm like, you didn't pay for it. It's okay. You keep my Disney Plus. So I was like, fuck it, I'm changing my password. I changed my password because I gave it to all the people. They messaged me, he's like, hey man, can I get that Disney Plus password again? And I was like, sure. Whatever. And then he didn't, there's no hand in hand, no retribution. Now he's giving nothing back. And then he locked it. So not only did he stiff me on the deal.
Yeah, he did stiff you. Yeah, like if I am driving home today, I'm like, I drove all the way in to do the podcast. Like, what did I get in return? I'll look over at the car seat and go, 2 G.I. Joes.
2 G.I. Joes.
We're good.
Right.
We're even Steven.
Yeah.
But the fact that you had to re-give him the password, now you don't have a second password.
He's done nothing to add to the family.
Except,
he's not contributing.
Well, you know what he gave you?
What?
Agita.
Give
You
a
see
little
that
fucking
lock?
Yep.
You see that lock?
And every time I see it,
Yeah.
I get a little angry.
I would.
Just a little.
I would. It would build on itself.
It does build.
It would build for me too. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think you should have that kind of stress in your life.
Right.
Because it sends a bad message. It's going to make it so that you don't want to help people anymore.
Yeah.
Because when you help people, you get betrayed.
People are going to ask me after I shoot up a mall,
Why?
what happened?
Why?
I'll go 5 years of looking at
Staring
this
at that lock.
locked profile on my Disney Plus. I can't trust even my friends anymore.
Because it's not like there's any controversial content that he wouldn't want you to know.
It's Disney.
It's Disney. It's all just fun.
You think I'm going to watch your Mandalorian? I'll watch my Mandalorian.
Maybe now you should watch his Mandalorian to spite.
That's what I'm going to do.
Yes.
I'm going to open it up. I'll tell you this. I did this. My brother-in-law, I use his Disney Plus. His ex-wife has her profile.
It's your brother-in-law's Disney Plus?
My brother-in-law's actually, it's not. This is not true.
I thought it was your Disney Plus.
No. And what I meant, I'm lying about the whole, not lying.
It's a totally made-up story.
No. Netflix.
Yeah. Oh, Netflix.
Netflix. I have my friend's Netflix. My friend also shares it with a female who used to date a very good friend of mine.
Nice.
She broke up with him, broke his heart, was shitty. I still don't forgive her. So I go in there anytime I see a show. I just play a bunch of episodes, change it out.
You're a good friend.
She'll never know
You're
how far into Ozark she was.
You're a good friend.
Every single time.
Yeah, she'll be rewinding or like, I didn't see that scene. I just saw the preview for it. It totally spoiled it.
Yep.
What episode? Yeah, it'll be one of those things where like she was on episode 3, but now she's watching halfway through episode 4.
Yep.
Because nobody keeps track of that. Going
Yep.
like, did I miss something? Was I on that? And that's slow.
What's
torture.
also that's a good idea. But what's also fun, every now and again I do this.
Mhm.
I go back 2 episodes, so that she's like, I think I saw this, and then she has to watch 3 more episodes
Right.
again,
Because why would she be? Yeah.
just to like, I swear to God, this happened.
This is getting very repetitive, this show. I don't think I like this anymore. They just do the same stuff over and over again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever you into Spite at all?
Am I into spite?
You know, I'm very into those kind of things,
Like being spiteful?
like those kind of moves.
Well, I like to observe pettiness in people. I like when people are petty.
It's fun.
Yeah. I don't think I'm a overly spiteful or petty person myself, but I enjoy the quality in others. Like when somebody's like, you know what I'm going to do? And I'm like, what? And I'm going to do this. Why? Because fuck him. I love that.
Because fuck him is the best.
I love that.
Because fuck him.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that. I mean, I'm okay I let everything go. I don't care about anything.
Yeah.
But like when people really do care about the small stuff, like passionately,
Yeah.
I like to get involved in that. I like to see what's going on. I'm very entertained by it.
Can I tell you one? I just found out about this maybe a month ago, which hit me in the face. I didn't know what the hell's going on. I'm at the coffee shop, and I'm talking to this lady, and she's like, oh, she was like, oh, that girl with the fake. She goes, that girl's a fake English accent. I went, what? She goes, you told me. So I remember this. I saw this girl being rude to a waitress. Then it pissed me off. So I told the cashier at the coffee shop that the girl had a fake English accent. Then I just forgot to ever tell them that's not true. So everyone at the coffee shop would look at this girl and go, her English accent's not even real. And they just think that, and they just thought that forever. And they were like, they would make fun, be like, "Oh, look, she's fucking doing it again." She's like, "Hello, Mike," or whatever the fuck, you know. And they just thought that. I was like, "Oh my god, Jane, I'm so sorry." Like, yeah, I just said that.
I forgot that I said that.
Forgot that I
Isn't
did
that the best
bit.
too? When you're like, "Why do you guys think that?" And they're like, "You told us."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh, I forgot I said that. I don't think that was true when I said it. I don't.
Right.
I don't think that.
It's also it's accumulating. It's like a bank account that's accumulating, and I forgot about it. Like
Yeah.
it's just like, over there, they're talking about this.
Oh yeah.
They're talking about this fake British girl. They're making fun of her. I don't even know this is happening anymore.
There's all this new interest that's
Yeah.
accrued, and you're like, "This is great."
I kind of didn't want to ruin it.
I wouldn't have.
Yeah. How we doing on time, Max?
We're at over an hour.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's
Must
real
have been
quick.
the Sami Zayn story.
That was such. It was. What's good is I wasn't feeling well, and I was able to just sit and have a good time, without having to lift any weight. This was nice. This was nice for me.
That's what I do.
Was anyone in the chat, Max?
There's a few people in the chat. They just kind of said that they were there. There wasn't like much conversation.
Oh, good. I forgot. You got to. Anyone who's in the chat, I'll shout them out.
Matt Moves Mountains
Oh, Matt Brook, what up, dog? Thanks for being out there.
and Patrick Perkins.
Oh, PP, that's the man right there. Those are some good kids. All right, let's close shop. And this will be it. I think this will be good. We'll be good.
It'd be great.
This will be great. I thought this was great.
And
we'll
me
be back.
telling wrestling stories.
This is great.
I love it.
Yeah. But what was awesome was I wanted to get back into wrestling. I really wanted to.
That's what I like. I feel like, and maybe it's just because I love them so much, but it's just storytelling. Everybody loves stories.
Yeah.
And when you think about wrestling, like just in these great stories, like how do you not get into it?
Right.
Right? And anybody would go like, I don't care if it's wrestling or horse racing. Like that's a cool story.
Yes.
I want to see how that turns out
Right.
Yeah.
You just did a 30 for 30
on whatever.
on wrestling.
Yeah.
Right? My goal for this podcast is it to be, a Greg podcast, but maybe get someone to buy a little bit of action figures. Maybe get someone into wrestling.
Yeah.
Maybe get someone who might not watch The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
You don't really want to fully go in. Maybe you're overwhelmed. This will get you in there. This is your friend. You come to your friend, come to daddy. We'll get you into it. Maybe get one toy, get a little joy. Because I think everyone our age group would love action figures.
Of course they would, because they grew up with it, and now there's a little disposable income.
Right.
You can just get the things that you wanted when you were a kid. That's what you do.
But
they're
deny
even
it.
better now.
But they deny it.
You shouldn't deny that
I know, but people are out there denying
because
themselves.
it's really cool.
It's so cool. It's so fucking
I'm
cool.
trying to think of anything cooler, and I can't.
No. I will tell you there's only one problem.
Yeah.
Is that I'm drowning in action figures.
You have a lot of action figures.
It's
I
too
mean,
many.
I have a lot. too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you don't live in a story apartment.
No,
In
no,
New
no. I
York.
have a little more space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a home.
I have a home
Yeah.
in the suburbs. Yeah.
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 And that's why my wife keeps trying to be like, I don't want to move to New Jersey. And I keep being like, come on, let's move to New Jersey. For the sole reason that I just want a room for my action figures.
So I can have a fig room.
Yeah. I care shit about the schooling
Right.
for the kids. I don't care about who we're around. I just want a room for my action figures.
Right. Oh, the city's getting too crazy. We got to get out.
Yeah.
Where there's a fig room. What?
Yeah.
What? What's that last part?
Yeah. All right, let's shut her down. Anything you want to plug?
Yeah. Jim and Sam on Sirius XM, and then if you liked all that wrestling stuff, I have a podcast and a YouTube channel called Not Sam Wrestling. And then if you don't like wrestling, my YouTube channel is just Not Sam. So both those channels, and yeah.
Follow, send them a message, let them know that you guys had a good time. All right, I love you all. Also, produced by Max Marcus.
Yeah.
And also music by Grant Gordon. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you all real soon. Goodbye.